Have you ever wondered what your neighborhood looked like 50 or even 100 years ago? Maps can do more than help us get from one place to another. They can tell stories. They can show how a town grew, how streets changed, where people lived and worked, and even how the natural landscape shaped a community over time. Here in the Pioneer Room at the Escondido Public Library, we preserve a wide range of historical maps that help researchers explore the history of Escondido and the surrounding region. Today, we're taking a closer look at the Pioneer Room's map collections and how they can help you discover the past in a whole new way. Many of the Pioneer Room's maps are stored in flat files, a type of archival storage designed to protect oversized materials like maps, blueprints, and posters. Inside these drawers, you'll find more than a century of local history. The collection includes historic maps of Escondido in San Diego County, including maps from the late 1800s that show early ranchos and subdivisions. You'll also find city maps from the 1930s through the late 20th century, showing how streets, neighborhoods, and business districts developed over time. And there are topographic maps created by the United States Geological Survey, which show mountains, valleys, rivers, and other natural features of the landscape. Taken together, these maps reveal how the Escondido Valley changed over time, from agricultural land and irrigation systems to the city we know today. One of the most useful resources in the collection is the Sanborn Fire Insurance Maps. These maps were originally created for insurance companies, but today they're incredibly valuable for local history research because they show detailed information block by block. Sanborn maps can include individual buildings, construction materials, street names, and property uses. The Pioneer Room holds Escondido Sanborn maps from 1892, 1896, 1907, and 1911, with additional coverage for 1927 and 1949. If you're interested in the history of a home, a business, or a neighborhood, these maps can help you see what once stood at a site and how it's changed over time. Want to know whether a building was once a house, a store, or something else entirely? A Sanborn map might have the answer. Another important part of the collection is the Pioneer Room's topographic maps, which show the natural shape of the land. For example, USGS maps of the Escondido Quadrangle show the city alongside nearby features like Lake Hodges, Cypress Skull Valley, and the surrounding hills. By comparing maps from different decades, researchers can track how roads, reservoirs, and development expanded across the landscape. These maps are especially helpful for environmental and land use research, studying historic transportation routes, and understanding how geography shaped settlement and growth. In other words, they help us see not just where people built a community, but why it was built there. Another fascinating part of the Pioneer Room's map collection is a Thomas Guide, a familiar name to many longtime Southern California residents. First created in 1915, the Thomas Guide became a widely used series of detailed street atlases organized by county and known for its handy page and grid system. The Pioneer Room holds Thomas Guide maps for Escondido and the surrounding region from the 1950s through 2010. These guides offer a detailed look at how streets, neighborhoods, and infrastructure developed over time. For many visitors, Thomas Guides are more than research tools. They're also a reminder of days before GPS, when finding your destination meant flipping pages and following the grid. So, how can these maps help with your own research? People visit the Pioneer Room map collection to research a home or property. Historic maps can show what existed on a site before modern development. Trace family or neighborhood history. Maps place people, businesses, and events in geographic context. Study growth and change. Researchers can see how Escondido developed from ranch lands and irrigation districts into a modern city. Explore the landscape of the past. Topographic maps reveal the rivers, valleys, and routes that shaped early settlement. Sometimes even a small detail like a street name, a railroad line, or the outline of a long-gone building can unlock an entirely new research lead. Many of the Pioneer Room's oversized maps are available upon request during open hours. You can visit the Pioneer Room in person, submit a research request online, or contact staff for help locating specific maps. Because some maps are fragile or especially large, staff assist researchers in handling them carefully so they can be preserved for future generations. Maps are more than navigation tools. They're historical records that show how communities grow, change, and remember. Whether you're researching your home, studying local history, or simply curious about the past, the Pioneer Room's map collections can help you see Escondido from a new perspective. Visit the Pioneer Room at the Escondido Public Library and start exploring the story beneath your feet.